Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Excellence coming at y'all with a banger video. Now today we got top 5 playmaking badges guard edition. Alright, so I ain't gonna do too much talking. Go ahead and smack that like button, subscribe to the channel, comment whatever you want to see next. Any thoughts you might have, go ahead and put it down below. So let's get right into the video. So let's start off with honorable mentions. Alright, so I got a few on this honorable mention list that didn't quite make the top 5, but it's still worth talking about. So let's get straight into it. To start off with, we have Stop and Go. Stop and Go is the first badge on the honorable mentions list. The reason, let's just look at the description real quick. Okay, so allows for the ball handler to start and stop quickly with unique stops and launches exclusive to this badge. Alright, so then we look down below, it says improves a player's ability to start and stop with the ball. So the reason it's on honorable mentions is a lot of people got mixed reviews for it. You know, it's I run Stop and Go Hall of Fame. You know, I can tell the difference on my player, on my offensive threat for sure. And I can tell that my stops are faster and my goals are faster. I can tell, but I've heard lots of mixed reviews. So some people like it, some people don't, but you know, this isn't one of those undeniable badges that always works. You know, some comp players run it, some don't. Some say it actually slows them down, but you know, to each his own. So I definitely think about this if you want to put this badge on your build. Lob City Passer. Alright, Lob City Passer. So down below it says improves the chances of completing a successful alley-oop pass. In the description it says when throwing an alley-oop pass, an attribute boost is given to both the passer and receiver to improve the chances of success. So with that description, this is what we have in our analysis, right? If you have this Lob City Passer on as a guard, you're typically going to be throwing the oops to the people that are going to have some slashing ability, right? So there's two reasons why this may not be on your priority list. One is you're probably going to have people around you that can already slam down some oops, right? You're not going to be throwing oops if you know they can't. If they don't have slashing in their build, you're probably not going to throw oops anyways, right? But it's still a decent enough badge to where if you have a high enough passing rating and somebody has a little bit of dunking in their ability, maybe they're like a two-way or they've got some kind of dunk, drive and dunk, at least like 65, then you could probably throw them a oop and they might actually be able to flush it. But it's not consistent enough and it may not be as useful as some of these other badges on the list. So this goes for number 2 on the honorable mentions, and we got one more left. Last one on the honorable mentions, then we can get into the top 5, is Ankle Breaker. Alright, so with the new patch, you know, the patch that came out a few weeks ago and the patch that just dropped this morning, yesterday, Ankle Breaker has proved to be very inconsistent. Alright, so I have an offensive threat, and you know, it's really inconsistent on what kind of dribble moves can drop players, how often it happens. I mean, you'll go 15 games without the badge even popping up, and then all of a sudden go on a hot streak, and 5 games straight you dropping them left and right, you making them fall, green light over them, you know what I'm saying? So let's just alright, so the description, it says improves the likelihood of freezing or dropping the defender during dribble moves. When performing step backs or other certain moves, the defender stumbles or falls more frequently when biting the wrong way. Okay, so you know, it kind of just says that if you're going right and the defender jumps left, it's kind of like common sense you will fall or you will stumble or whatever else, but it's pretty inconsistent, you know, with how fast people can recover on defense, and how useful is it going to be for you. It's just very inconsistent. You know, it would be in my top 5, but it's just too inconsistent. I don't run it myself, you know, so I can't give it to y'all if I don't run it. Top 5 playmaking badges, guard edition. Here we go. Number 5, Bailout. Now let's read the description a little bit. Increases the chances of successfully completing a pass from midair. Passing out of a jump shot or layup yields fewer errant passes than normal. Alright, so I know this comes at a little bit of surprise. Not many of y'all probably use Bailout, but I will tell you right now, Bailout is definitely one of the better badges. It's definitely a top 5 badge. Top 5 playmaking badge, undeniably, Because think about it. Situation, you might be an ISO guard or just like a wing type or secondary ball handler, but if you get the ball in your hand and you drive, right? It's so if you have this badge on gold, Hall of Fame, and I'll come out with a badge setup, pretty soon on ISOs, wings, or whatever. That I'll let you know which tier to have these badges. But think about it: you got the ball in your hand, boom, blow by, help defense. If you go up with that layup and you don't have this badge on, and you click that pass button, we all know the animation you get when the ball flies out of bounds. Versus when you have this badge on gold or Hall of Fame, you can hit your wide open teammate in the hands, green light for the shot, right? So you can pass out of double teams, pass out of bad shots, double teams, layups, anything, and it gives you more freedom, and it's kind of more of like a mistake eraser. You know what I'm saying? We all know some of the shots we shouldn't be taking in 2K20. You know what I'm saying? It shows you how much percentage it is contested and everything. We know how many bad shots. We know what a bad shot looks like, right? So sometimes if we get into a bad shot, before we let go of that square button, or just after we do, if we tap X, we can hit our open receiver, hit our open teammate, and they'll be open for the shot. So that's number 5 on the top 5 playmaking badges for the guards. Now let's get straight into number 4. All right, for number 4, we got a tie. We got a tie for number 4 for sure. I could not choose which one was more important. I know which one I run more personally. It's pros and cons to both, right? So let's first look at Dimer, all right? Boost the shot percentage for open teammates on jump shots after catching a pass. When in the half court, passes by dimers to open shooters yield a shot percentage boost. All right, boom. Pretty self-explanatory. If you kick the ball out to an open teammate, or I mean not open either, but if they decide to shoot it, the faster they shoot it after they catch it, the better it works for Dimer. So it just gives them a shot percentage boost, right? Now let's compare this to my personal favorite, one that I actually run a Hall of Fame. I run Dimer on silver, Floor General Hall of Fame. Typically, usually, if I'm running threes or 5v5, whatever, Floor General for sure, because you have more teammates you can affect on the court. But teammates receive an offensive attribute bonus when player is in the game. It gives offensive attribute boost to teammates when on the floor. Also at the Hall of Fame level, can see teammates shot percentages while on offense. So, what does this mean? This means that if you're running on a guard, this is the guard edition, you got your guard, right? You running with a forward and a big, or another guard and a big, or 2 forwards, whatever you got going on. All of your teammates on Park, Pro-Am, Rec Center, whatever, all of your teammates get a offensive attribute bonus, right? So when you're on bronze, it's a +1, silver +2, gold +3, and you guessed it, Hall of Fame +4, right? So the reason I run Floor General, or I run it over Dimer, but I say that they're equal in both at the same time in anybody's categories, is because Dimer gives you more of a shot percentage boost. It gives you more of that 3-point mid-range boost, because that's it's the only kind of jump shots you can take. And it gives you a better jump shot boost. You're more likely to make it than Floor General. But Floor General gives you a boost to ball handling, passing, +4 to all your 3-point, mid-range, layup, drive and dunk, all this and that. So think about it. If this Hall of Fame gives you a +4, right, and you have a 86 3-point, if your teammate has Hall of Fame Floor General, you now have a 90 3-point. You see what I'm saying? Or 86 drive and dunk, you now have a 90 drive and dunk. You're able to catch more bodies just because you get a +4 boost to all of your stats, versus this is just a playmaking for the shot type badge. Also, Dimer, another plus not many people know about, is if you have Dimer on at least bronze, you're more likely to hit your teammate with a better pass, a chest pass right there at their chest, so they can pull up for the green, and it speeds up their jump shot slightly. It's not very noticeable. It's really only noticeable Uh, you know, it's really not that noticeable at all for real, but it is a slight speed up for Dimer, and you know it gets faster as you go up. It's not like quick draw, it's not that fast, but it just gives them a better catch point from your pass. All right, so that's why I got them ranked at number 4. Let's get straight into number 3. We got Space Creator is ranked number 3 on my top 5 playmaking badges for the guards. The reason Space Creator is number 3 is because you can create so much space from this one badge and not really have many other badges, right? So obviously I'm working off of a, you know, like a player where it's got 30 potential badges, right? But a lot of people don't have those. You probably got somewhere between 13 to 22 badges. You got somewhere between there probably, most likely, unless you're a pure playmaker or, you know, anything along the lines of that. But so let's just read the description. Improves a player's ability to create space from a defender, right? When performing any step back move or shot, there's a higher chance of successfully creating separation from the opponent. So you don't have to break ankles so much with this to create space. I've noticed putting on Space Creator on my offensive threat, not having it versus Hall of Fame, you create so much space. You can make them fall and stumble a lot easier than Ankle Breaker, as I mentioned earlier, or tight handles, which isn't even on this list. Spoiler alert. Because that was patched with the ball handling and stuff like that. So Space Creator kind of became the ankle breaker badge, the new ankle breaker, right? So let's say you're driving, boom, you want to do a step back. It's almost a guaranteed fall. It's really cheese. It really is. And even if you're not trying to get them to fall, you do a quicker step back, and you can keep doing it over and over and over. I know what y'all have seen on Park and so what, but Space Creator is ranked at number 3. It's not just step backs. It's I've noticed it was spin shots, hop shots, you know, any of those shot creating type. If you are a shot creator, or you know, if you have that shot creating in your build, you definitely need. This is a must-have on at least gold, if not Hall of Fame. I really would recommend this Hall of Fame, but that's number 3 for the top 5 playmaking badges. Let's get into number 2. Number 2 is handles for days. Alright, so reduces the amount of energy lost when performing dribble moves. A player takes less of an energy hit when performing consecutive dribble moves, allowing them to chain together combos quicker and for longer periods of time. I mean, there it is right there, especially for you ISO players or just people that's going to be dribbling a lot. You know, if you're taking more than 4 or 5 dribbles before you either pass the rock or shoot a shot, then you definitely need this handles for days. Now, it is ranked number 2. You need to have it on at least silver. At least silver if you're a guard, because it depends on your playing style how much you need, what kind of tier you need for this badge. You see what I'm saying? So not only can you chain combos quicker, so boom 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 boom, you can do it for longer. So you can do it quicker for longer, and if you have an aggressive defender, or really just aggressive defenders, you can maintain your stamina longer. You see what I'm saying? So like, you got a 2-way on you, right? And you dribbling, you trying to get past, you trying to create space, do what you got to do, and they're being aggressive, they're right on your hip. You'll lose energy less than if you had handles for days off or on the super low tier, right? So not only does it help you do combos quicker, holds it for longer, and it also takes off the stamina from dribbling and from contact. So that's why I have it for number 2. I run a Hall of Fame. I will never take it off a Hall of Fame. This is a must-have badge if you are a guard in 2K20 and you're looking to make plays. So let's get straight into the number 1 badge that you need to have in 2K20 as a playmaker. Anybody, if you expect to have the ball in your hand and you're a guard, you need to have this badge on the maximum tier you can have, gold or Hall of Fame. This is mandatory. If you only have 3 badges, you need to put it on this badge right here. And the badge is Quick First Step. I know this was probably predictable. You probably heard this 1,000 times, but I'm just reiterating it. This badge is revolutionary. You can this is the one and only badge, one of the only badges, maybe besides bailout or handles for days, one of the only badges in the game period, and quick draw, one of the only badges in the game period where you can tell off the bat the differences between each tier on how effective it is, right? So gold quick first step is very, very useful, right? But if you can get it on Hall of Fame, no question. If you only have 4 badges, you know what I'm saying, 3, 4 badges or whatever, you need to max out quick first step. Provides more explosive first steps out of triple threat and size ups. When driving out of a triple threat and after a size up, ball handlers have quicker access to quicker and more effective launches. Alright. This is where your speed comes from. If you're a guard in 2K20, you need to have quick first step. This is where your speed comes from. If you're in a triple threat, I know that's kind of getting more of the old basketball, you know what I'm saying, working on a triple threat or whatnot. Y'all need to learn that, first of all. But second of all, you know what I'm saying, when you picked up, when you put down your dribble, right, you dribbling, if you're doing your size ups or any kind of momentum or any significant move that's not just a little whatever, hesitation, anything like that, you will be extremely fast and explosive no matter what your ball handling is on. If you have a 70 ball handle and you're barely able to get those pro animations, you will be able to explode like you're a 5'7" point guard with 95 speed. Like, I'm telling you, like, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but I'm being serious at the same time. Quick first step is definitely the #1 badge when it comes to playmaking. You'll be so explosive. You'll be able to get that leverage. It makes situations so much better. And speed kills. You already know speed kills. So there's my top 5. There's my honorable mentions. These are the badges that you must run if you are a guard on 2K20. Top 5 playmaking badges, guard edition. It's your boy Excellence. Appreciate y'all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, do what you gotta do, share, whatever it is. Appreciate y'all. Peace.